What I tell my young students who come here, young and old, I encourage them to create a wall of positivity around them, okay? Because the system says that people who look like you, people who look like me, we don't have anything to offer. Either you're too young, you don't know anything, or you're too old and you still don't know anything. Okay? So, sometimes they give us a hard way to go. They look down at us, they don't take us seriously. But I say to my students to start every single solitary day to create that aura of positivity. And how do we do it? We do it with a high five.
Yeah.
High five. And what do I say a high five is? Okay? A high five is starting out with 5 good things about yourself. They must start with, each of them must start with, I am.
Sheila, I love you. That's all. I love it.
5 times. And Emma did it. Emma, did you read my mind? Thank you. Okay. So Emma started, and then she went on, and in a subtle way, she said, I'm creative. She didn't say, I am creative, but she mentioned how she enjoys being creative. And I love it. Creativity is extremely important. Whether you're going to be a physician, an architect, a techie, a teacher, a dog catcher, a veterinarian, whatever, you need to be creative. Because when you encounter a problem, a situation, stress, anxiety, you have to be creative in figuring out how you're going to solve that problem. Yes? So, who wants to start out and give me a high five? No, Emma, you take a rest for a while. We're going to give somebody else a chance, all right? Yeah. No, Mom. How about you? Come. Yeah, okay. Mom is coming up. Give her a hand. Help her get up. You. Leave the ball in there. Okay? You're bugging your daughter. No, you get up here, okay? Give me a high five.
High five.
All right. We're going to start with I am.
I am smart.
Good. What else? Would it be easier to say it in another language? Or you want to do it in English? English? Okay, go ahead. So I am smart. What else?
I am smart. I am like always thinking the positive.
All right. I am positive.
Yeah. I am thinking I am intelligent.
All right. I'm intelligent. That's 3.
I can do anything if I want.
Woohoo! Anything she wants? No, but it has to be I am.
Yeah.
I am.
I can do.
No, it has to be I am. Help her out here.
I am a superwoman.
Woo! All right. Oh, see, I'm disappointed. Hold on. Emma, she took away what I was going to do with the I ams. Okay? Now, she's taking away, I got another thing that talks about Superwoman. I'll tell you that in a minute. But she has just introduced my next comment. All right, she's Superwoman. All right, what else? I am Superwoman. How many is that? 4. One more.
I am beautiful.
What's your name?
Kanak.
Kana?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Good.
Thank you.
Let's give her a hand. All right? Good. Who else? Yes, sir. Come on up. What's your name?
So I am Andrew.
Wait. You're all right. But that doesn't count. All right? Your name is Andrew.
Yes.
All right, 5 I ams.
So I am confident in myself. I am understanding of others.
Okay. Before I retire, please.
I'm a good thinker
All right.
and secret.
Now, if I were to ask you 5 or 10 things about yourself that you didn't like, I bet you could rattle them off just like that. I'm too tall, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I don't like my nose, I don't like my hair. So we have to do positive things. And I want you, Miss Keller, to practice every day with everybody, parents, every day. So the next time I see you, you just rattle them off like that, okay?
He scored the 2 highest math and science grades in his school, Bronx High School of Science, specialized in New York City. And he is a superstar academically. He is working so hard. So I don't know why he's a little on the shyer side at the moment.
That's all right, that's all
He is a
right. So
very-
we have 3 or 4?
3.
3. Now you gotta give me 2 more. Come on, before I retire now. Let's help him out. Give him a clap.
I'm a great test taker,
All right, good.
and I am a great role model.
I'm loving it. Give him a hand. All right. Now, before you leave, tell me your name again.
I'm Andrew.
Andrew. Did you catch Andrew? I'm sure it's on tape there. And for a hot minute, Andrew stood like this. Did you see him? I did. Sit down, Andrew. I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Why I noticed that. I have a dear friend who also works with me with my programs. His name is Dr. Michael Payne. And what's interesting about Dr. Payne, his name is spelled P-A-Y-N-E. Dr. Payne is a gastroenterologist. Anybody know what kind of work they do?
Gastroenterology?
Yes.
Yes, there's a doctor on your intestines and the whole digestive system.
Yeah, your digestive system. So the big deal is he's a pain, and if you know what part of the body he's a pain, okay? So we laugh, and he says his patients, that's one of the ways that he alleviates some of the stress in his patients. He has a little joke that his name is Payne. So Dr. Payne finished Harvard College for his undergraduate degree, and then he came here to Harvard Medical School for his medical school degree. And if that wasn't enough, he eventually received a master's in public health from Harvard. So I consider Dr. Payne quite intelligent. So whatever he says, I take it not only with a grain of salt, but maybe a pound of sugar or something like that. So last week, Dr. Payne spoke with my students. I had a summer research program called Project Success, where Boston and Cambridge students come to Harvard Medical School and they conduct scientific research, okay? So Dr. Payne was telling my students, similar to what I'm telling you, encouraging students to pursue excellence and to be the best that they can be. So Dr. Payne said, there's research that says if you stand like Wonder Woman, with your hands on your hips like this, what Andrew did, okay, for a hot minute, then he dropped them. But if you stand like Wonder Woman, with your feet out, your hands on your hips, and you do this for 2 minutes, this increases your confidence. Anybody else heard that? You heard that?
You have
It's
to
what?
do a lot with the posture, with the flow of your internal
Your energy.
and the way you stand among all the objects and the environment
Yes.
around as a
All
straight
right.
line, straight to the
Straight line,
top.
you get centered. Let's try that. Everybody stand up. Put your bags down, okay? And we're gonna stand like Wonder Woman for 2 minutes. Who's got their 2 little minute? Miss Keller, please do your 2-minute thing on your phone. So that I don't want anybody watching their phone. I want the phone to ring when 2 minutes is up. Are we ready?
I will tell them.
All right, I want some real Wonder Woman. Put those shoulders back. All right, are we ready? When do we start? Do we start now?
Yes, we're not.
All right, do it. Quiet. 2 minutes. Finish? Okay, give yourself a hand. All right, I don't know about you, but I feel centered somewhat, okay? So, you know now, high five every day. Parents, I want you to practice it with your children. I want you to practice telling your child every day 5 good things about your child and looking them in their eyes. Eye contact, the way you stand, the energy that you surround yourself with is extremely important. So when we talk about leadership, we were told creativity. What we talk about here with my students in terms of leadership is you must have a goal. A leader never takes his people somewhere that he hasn't planned on going. Most people in their cars or even on their phones have a GPS, yes? GPS. So you tell that little lady where you want to go. Put it in your little GPS. And then she tells you how to get there. And then if for some reason you make a mistake, what does she say? Recalculating, recalculating. She's the only silly lady that my husband will listen to without fail. Okay, I can tell him to go left. He said, well, no, she said go right. I said, but I'm your wife. I know them. No, she said. Anyway, so she says recalculating, recalculating, and then we follow that lady, right? We follow her because we trust her. We trust her. We don't even know her, but we trust her. And so you must have a goal, and your GPS are your mentors. You must have mentors. And those are the people who will tell you, this is how you get to college. This is how you get a job. And they will tell you how to do it. You want to get good grades in college, they may tell you. You want to go to this particular program. And when you make a mistake and you don't go the way they tell you, they say recalculating, recalculating, you're not doing it the right way. Please listen to me, they will tell you. Okay? So you have to have a goal. Then, once you have that goal, you must be persistent. Is it persistent or int? A-N-T? A-N-T? E. You must be persistent. Okay? It means when it gets hard and difficult, you can't give up. It means maybe sometimes you have to recalculate. Because maybe you took an exam and the advice of your mentor and you didn't do well. You didn't do as well as you wanted to. So you can't give up. You have to continue. So you have to show some commitment to your goal. You don't give up. You have to be committed. Then you have to show over time. Commitment is you didn't give up. You didn't try. You didn't give up here because you were committed to that goal. Okay? Over time. Not for a month. No. Not for 6 months. I want to see 1 year or more. Okay? Commitment. Then within that, I want to see some leadership. Okay? Did you take any kind of role? Were you the president of a group? Were you the secretary? Did you take the minutes? Some kind of leadership role. Okay? And as my friend here said, you want to be a creative leader. You want to use creativity in everything you do. And as you move towards becoming the kind of leader that you want, that you expect to be, you're always going to come up with something. Okay? So I want you to take this, and I want you to take this, and I want you to take this, and I want you to take this. So everybody that got a piece of paper, please come up front. Okay? together those words in those letters into a word. Okay, that's the word I had in mind. Give them a hand. So, what did they just demonstrate quickly right there? What did they demonstrate? Anybody? Yes, ma'am. Teamwork. Give her a hand, okay? Teamwork is extremely important to a leader and to the people who follow the leader. So, the deal is, as you become a leader, as you move towards life, you are going to get anxious, you may panic, and that can turn into what? Everybody say it.
Fear.
Fear. Say it loud.
Fear.
Fear. Say it loud. I can't hear you.
Fear.
I'm an old lady. I can't hear you.
Fear.
Ah, come on. Loud.
Fear.
Thank you. That level. Okay. So fear. When you get to be scared, what's your name? Ramisa. What a pretty name. Does that have a meaning? Does it have a meaning? What does it mean? Huh? What does it mean? Oh, I love it. I love it. In what language? Arabic. Okay, I have 3 daughters. My first daughter is Sanyu, and that means happiness in Luganda. My second daughter is Mirembe, which means peace in Luganda. And my third daughter is Saga, which means the grace of God in Amharic. Anybody know the languages that those countries represent? Luganda? Yeah, that's it. Come on, just use your brain. What language? I mean, what country? What? Uganda. Yes. And the third one is Amharic. Anybody have any idea what country that is? Amharic?
Somalia?
Nope. Close though.
Eritrea?
No. Close though. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Okay? So, if you have a name that is not a traditional English name, I want you to make sure that you know what that name means, because names are extremely important. Traditionally, we give our children names that have meanings. Either we want them to live up to what that name means, or we're naming them after somebody who is important in our family, but they mean something. Okay? So you have a beautiful name for a beautiful young lady. Okay, so fear. F, starts with the letter F. When you get scared and you are fearful, you must have faith. And I don't know about what they do in New York, but here in Massachusetts, you can't talk about God or faith in the public schools. But I'm at Harvard Medical School, and I'm going to talk about faith. I don't care what you call your creator. The name is irrelevant. The important thing is that you have faith in a higher power, because it's not about you. It's not about you. You were put on this earth as human beings to do magnificent things that only you can do. Only you. You have everything inside of you. You have the seeds of excellence. You don't need it outside of you. You have to maintain the faith in yourself and your ability to let all of that goodness come out. And it will come out freely as long as you have faith in yourself and in a higher power. Okay, it will come out. It can't help but come out. It wants to come out. Okay, you know about a volcano, when the volcano erupts, all that goodness is inside of you and wants to spew out. It will not come out if you're scared, if you're jealous, if you're resentful, if you're angry. Those are the things that will prevent you from reaching your highest potential. So try to be positive. When you're negative, We are balls or masses of energy. We attract to us what we give off. So if you're saying, oh, life is so hard, oh, nobody likes me, what does Michael Jackson say? If you want to make a difference, you start with the man in the mirror. Start with yourself. It's you that has the potential. Look at the person next to you, behind you, and in front of you. Those are the people that you're going to work with to make a difference in the world. Faith, togetherness, you can make a difference. Thank you very much for holding this letter F. You may have a seat. Give her a hand. All right. E. In the word fear. You must energize yourself. How do you energize yourself? Stand tall. Do your high fives. And you sit in silence sometimes. Sometimes you must put those electronic things down. They are not your best friends. They are not your best friends. I raised my children in Ethiopia. We sometimes did not have electricity, and they had to do their homework by candlelight. Sometimes we didn't have water. We had to borrow water from somebody in the neighborhood. But when they were growing up, they knew how to do mathematics problems faster than some kids at private schools in Massachusetts could do it with a calculator. It was up here. This is where you want to keep your knowledge, not in these little machines, because they can get lost, they can get broken, and you might be in a place where you don't have any electricity. And then what do you do? Okay? So you want to energize yourself. You want to make sure that you are engaged in what it is you're doing. So letter E, energize. Make sure you're engaged in the world around you. And what's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, what grade are you in?
Seventh grade.
Wonderful, wonderful. I remember when I was going into 8th grade. Oh, it was a horrible time. Anyway, I hope you enjoy 8th grade, and I hope you're very successful. You may have that E. Thank you for holding it. All righty. Thank you very much. A. I love the letter A. Why? Because when it comes to fear, you must appreciate. Appreciate what you already have. Appreciate that you woke up this morning. Appreciate that you could get out of the bed. Appreciate that you had a bed. Appreciate that you had something to eat. You had a family member, that you had somebody in your life who cared about you. When life gets really hard and you think, oh, I got troubles. I guarantee that for each thing you identify as a problem or a trouble, you have something to appreciate. Who can give me 5 things that they appreciate? Anybody? Yes.
Family.
I appreciate.
I appreciate my family.
Stand up, please.
I appreciate my education. I appreciate nature. I appreciate God. I appreciate food, having food.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name's Alessandra.
Alessandra. Give Alessandra a hand. Okay? Yeah. So when it gets hard, begin to appreciate everything you have. And tell somebody, I appreciate you. When you share, once again, it comes back to my high fives. It comes back to standing in that Wonder Woman stance. It comes back to manifesting and creating the aura of energy and positive energy around you. Because the science says, I didn't say it, and Dr. Payne didn't say it either. The scientists have said it. What we hold on in our thoughts is what becomes manifest in our lives. You agree with me? Okay, great. Okay? So you want to begin to manifest and keep positive things in your mind, in your thoughts, because the system is going to tell you, the system is trying to hit stigmatize you. It's trying to say you are not valuable unless your sneakers cost $300. And there's some people who are trying to, oh, excuse me if anybody's wearing $300 sneakers. But unless you have a certain kind of wardrobe, unless your handbag costs a certain thing, unless you shop at a certain place, those are lies, lies, lies. You are important. You are important. And it doesn't depend on who your mother is, who your father is. It depends on you knowing who you are. And you are a perfect child of your Creator, intended for great things. What's your name? Caitlin. What grade are you in, Caitlin? 7th grade. And tell me 2 good things about yourself. And creative. Okay, give Caitlin a hand. See, I didn't get to make it hard for you. Oh, no, that's your A, Caitlin. Yeah. All right, and R. What's your name? Lena. Lena. All right, Lena, you ready? Yep. All right, R. R is very important also because R stands for the 3 R's. When I was growing up, the 3 R's stood for reading, writing, and arithmetic. But my 3 R's stand for something completely different. My 3 R's stand for respect, responsibility, and I can't think of the 3rd one right now. I'll think of it before we leave. What?
Righteousness.
Oh, no, that wasn't the one. That's Coco. What? What? Yes, that's it. Thank you. Resilience. Oh, you know what? Okay, there's no spell check, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? All right, all right, all right. So my 3 R's, respect for yourself, others, and your environment. The next word should be resilience. When life doesn't go the way you want it, hey, you ever seen your president go like this when people talk about it? You ever seen him? He does like this. When you have a problem, you shake it off. All right? You ask for your mentors. You go to your GPS. How do I solve this problem? Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have a question, 9 times out of 10, there's at least 5 other people who want to know the same answer to that question. And they will be so happy if you ask that question. I personally do not believe that there are any dumb questions. Some people will preface their question by saying, oh, I know it's a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. No, there are no stupid questions. There are stupid people who don't ask questions. Don't be one of those, okay? And then the 3rd one is responsibility. Taking responsibility for your actions. You may know of people who do something wrong, and rather than say, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, they'll say, oh, no, I didn't do it. She told me to do it, or he did it, or no. Take responsibility. You made a mistake. And you say, I made a mistake. How can we move forward? What can we do about it? So those are my 3 R's. Respect, resiliency, and responsibility. Okay, so here you go. Your letter R. Thank you very much. Give them a hand. All right, so give my people a hand. So I'm getting ready to end now. And before I close, I want to give this information to Miss Keller. This, you ever seen this before? No? This is fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, let me tell you why. It's a college prep checklist. You can go online and order as many copies as you need if you're a 501c3.
I have that.
Okay, fabulous. So what it does is it tells what students and parents should be doing to prepare for college for each grade. All right? Elementary school, junior high, or middle school. To do, students should be thinking about college as an important part of your future. Discuss your thoughts and ideas with your family and with people at school. So that's what students should be doing in junior high or middle school. Parents, as Ms. Friedman said, you have a stake in this also. Should continue to talk to your child about his or her interests and help match those interests with a college major and career. That's only one thing. They have other things that you should be doing. So I do not have enough to give to everybody, but I'm going to give Ms. Keller this copy and you can order them for your students, okay? In addition, I have ID badges for everybody that says Harvard University. And that's why I was such a picky-yoon about names, okay?
You guys are so cool.
So, these will be fabulous souvenirs of today, okay?
Oh my gosh.
So, in addition, I'm going to give you copies of a campus tour and 2 things that we give out to our students who are interested in medical school. I know not everybody here is interested in medical school, but I'm going to give you copies. You make copies for people, and then you take it home and you read it and you find out what information is valuable for what you want to do. And I'm sure Ms. Keller will help you to do that. And so in closing, I want to make sure that you understand what I tried to convey to you today. Bottom line is, you are unique individuals that were created for something special. No one else in this room, there are no clones, there are no copycats. Each of you is a special individual. And I am hoping that I have given you food for thought. Unfortunately, I couldn't prepare lunch, all right? But I'm going to give you food that will not spoil, it will not mold, it will not go out of style. It's food for your heart and your spirit and your mind, okay? Your high fives. Daily. I am. Leadership. What do I believe leadership is all about? You have a goal. You have people who help you get to that goal. Sometimes you will have to recalculate, and that's okay. So you ask your mentors. And you always want to get a mentor who knows more than you do. Okay? All right. You want to be persistent. Hold on to that goal. Hold on to that goal. You want to show some commitment over time. And then you want to show some leadership, where you're the president of an organization. Now, it's nice to be a member, but you want to develop leadership. And I fail to say, as a leader and as a follower, be careful who you follow. Be careful who you follow. Be careful who you follow. Not all people who lead are good leaders. And you can look at our political arena now, okay? We're not going to talk politics, all right? So, your high fives, and then I want you to stand. I want you to practice standing, okay? Practice, Wonder Woman. And we can be Wonder Man, I don't care, all right? I'm gender neutral. But you're Wonder. And I want you to practice standing straight with your shoulders back, okay? And parents, you can do that too. All right, you can make it a family affair. Then the 3 R's. 3 R's. Reading, writing, and arithmetic when I grew up. But now, respect, resilience, and responsibility. 3 R's. So, I've given you enough. Can't give you any more right now. Maybe you'll come back again. All right?